like a tomate. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Braves swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rings in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Braves swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, be talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grilling. Braves in the home, we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we leading the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Braves swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts.
Home team. What's happening, home team? It's your boy Blakberry Rex coming to let you know about the summer giveaway that we're having with the home team with Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C, just the K. If you want to be a part of this giveaway, have a chance to win some free stuff, you gotta go to Instagram and subscribe to Blakberry Rex on Instagram and enter the raffle for your chance to win.
Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I hard tie when you drive will make you need it all. Don't get on the life, the shed ain't on your wood. For 12 sticks of your farms, like that eat on my void. Better more terror, bit clear till you back for. You been eating off them thoughts, I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally fraud, let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some used to that's now home team.
Home team. What's happening, home team? This your boy Blakberry Rex. That's Blakberry, no C, just the K. What in the hell was that? Hey y'all, my blow in the front of my truck. That some bitch don't want to blow for some reason, y'all. It's blowing in the sleeper, but it ain't blowing up here. And I've been sitting up here, and I guess I just been taking in too much hot air, and I'm losing my voice. So y'all just bear with me. Y'all know how it is with your boy anyway. Y'all can hardly understand what the fuck I be saying half the time. Some of you say I'm country than a motherfucker anyway. But y'all get it. Welcome to another edition of Let's Be Clear. What today? We got to be clear about what the NBA got going on with these NBA finals against with the Indiana Pacers doubting the Oklahoma City Thunder.
the Indiana Pacers currently leading the series with 2-1. Game 4 is tonight in Indiana. Can the young whippersnapper team of the Oklahoma City Thunders, led by Shy, can they bring it? Can they reel it in and tie this thing up before it goes back to Oklahoma City? And then Falcon fans need to beware. They need to beware. Falcon fans, beware, because the NFL and the media are going to be after us like a motherfucker. And I'm going to tell y'all why after we be clear about what's going on with the NBA. If you weren't listening some weeks back, when it wasn't that many damn weeks back, about a couple weeks back, when I had a Let's Be Clear, or was it a fan speak? Can't remember which one it was, but I talked about how Anthony Edwards needed to be the new face of the NBA. And I think they want him to be the face of the NBA, but they needed him to win right now, because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Tyrese Halliburton, as great players are that they are, because trust me, those guys are great, and they're both leaving their mark on the NBA as we speak today. But in my opinion, they are not face of the league great. Are they great as far as basketball players? Yes. But they are not great as far as that household name potential that you need to be putting in front of the fan base. The NBA over the years, y'all, let's be real, more so than any sport in this world, more so than any league in this world, the NBA has used players to be the driving force for how they market the NBA. It dates back as far as Oscar Robertson. It dates back as far as Dr. J. It dates as far back as excuse me. It dates as far back as the logo. It dates as far back as Magic and Bird. It dates as far back. The NBA has always been a league that has been superstar driven, more so than any other sport. This is a fact. More so than any other league. Let me say that. Not sport, but more so than any other league. The NBA markets themselves based off of who's wearing what shoe, or who's wearing some Nikes, who's wearing Under Armour, who's drinking Gatorade. The NBA has always been that league that's going to go to who the superstar is and put everything on that superstar to market themselves. And it's usually on the shoulders of one guy. We are about to exit the era soon of LeBron James. And while be it, I think LeBron James fans are some of the most nauseating people on the planet. While I do think that, I got to give it to LeBron James in the aspect of his relevancy and what he's done as a superstar in the NBA. Now, I'm not talking about his philanthropy. I'm not talking about his life as a father and a husband, his example that. But as far as him being an NBA superstar, being the face of the NBA, I gotta admit, LeBron James has done it better than anybody. He's been the face for the longest for the NBA than any other superstar from the past. He's built a plethora of opportunities outside of the NBA for young players and for younger and for kids, and he's done a lot to put the NBA in the forefront in a lot of different aspects, and he's done it for a long time. Tyrese Halliburton, his mama done fucked that up for him. He's gonna be labeled as a mama's boy forever now, because his mama sat between him and a young lady, and a young lady, female athlete, and it went viral. His mama done ruined him. That he ain't gonna be no face in no league. I don't care how good he get. I don't care how good he get. I don't care. He ain't gonna be no face in no league. You can't be a mama's boy. You can be cookie cutter. You can be white collar. You know what I'm saying? You can be Bible. You can be in that Bible. You be in that word. You can be a Christian. All that good stuff. You can do all of that, and the NBA will still have you as the face of the league. You cannot be a mama's boy. You got to have some kind of edge to you. Tyrese Halliburton is just a real good, he's just a very, very good basketball player. He ain't got no edge to him. He a mama's boy. He ain't got no edge to him. At least that's what it's gonna be like. That's how he gonna be from now on. That he gonna be the butt of a 20, 30-year joke. 30 years from now, he's still gonna be being made fun of for his mama getting in between him and a young lady, and he was a grown ass man. That's gonna follow him forever now. Now, as far as Shy go, I'm gonna keep. I see your boy Blakberry. I like to keep it a buck with y'all, and I'm about to shout y'all out in a minute. But your boy Blakberry, I like to keep it 100 with y'all. Shy just ain't got the look to be the face of the league. I'm sorry. Anybody want to take offense to that? I'm not trying to be offensive. But the boy looked like a Dragon Ball Z character. I'm sorry. He looked him and Marvin Harrison Jr. They look like some Dragon Ball Z characters. They ain't gonna be the face of nothing. Ain't nobody gonna. Is Shy? Is he already on the Wheaties box? Somebody let me know if he done been on the Wheaties box yet. Because if he been on the Wheaties box already, then I'm not gonna say what I was getting ready to say. But I was getting ready to say they not gonna have him on the Wheaties box. You can't have a face like that and be on the Wheaties box. Let's keep it a buck. He just ain't got the look. And most faces of the league, they've been towering figures. Most faces of the league have been towering figures. You need Anthony Edwards to be the face of the league, because unless somebody else gonna step up, unless somebody like hell, I don't know, to be real. I don't know, to be honest. LeBron has held down face of the league for so long. He's held it down for so long that he's kind of not leaving any room for imagination to think of who else could follow in his footsteps, so to speak. Because he's been doing it for so long. You know? But when I think about potential face of the league, I'm thinking Anthony Edwards. Why? Because unlike Tyrese Halliburton, he don't come off as a mama's boy. And that little edge that you want him to have, he got a little baby mama drama, don't he? Don't he got a little baby mama drama going on, Anthony Edwards? he got a little baby mama drama going on right now. And that might be that slight bit of edge that he needs to go along with awesome basketball play, with being an awesome basketball player, winning a couple championships. Because I mean, LeBron got 4 championships in his long 20-year tenure. LeBron got 4 championships. He done lost a whole lot more than he done won as far as championships go. So Anthony Edwards don't have to win a bunch of championships, but I do think he need to start winning soon. This I don't know what kind of strings they would have had to pull. And for anybody that won't try to come up in here and try to make it seem like they ain't no conspiracies, Blakberry and NBA. They don't make sure teams win. Bullshit. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Until it's time for pay dirt. When they get to the league, when they get to the finals, when they make it to the finals, they on their own. But we know some teams done been given some breaks coming out of these conference championships. Don't try to come at me with, oh, ain't no sir. Oh, yes, the fuck they do. Yes, the fuck they do. They make sure teams win. They make sure they win. Just like they make sure other teams stay under. You know what I'm saying? The Anthony Edwards show got to start soon. And we going to get into it some more. But before we do, let me holler out who done came through when they came through. The loyal compadres and compadres. Who we got in the building? Got Jonte Rozier in the house. He say, what it do, Blakberry? What's up with you, Jonte Rozier? Got Philip Crawford in the house. What's up with you, Philip Crawford? He say, what up? We got Bernard Cantrell in the house. What's up with you, Bernard Cantrell? Got A137 Sauce in the building. I prefer that 57, but he know that already. He know that already. We got D Sloan in the house. Home team. What's going on with you, D Sloan? Got 3 Duddy in the house. What's up with you, 3 Duddy? One of the OGs in the game. What's up with you, 3 Duddy? We got Michael in the building. Say Black got that fire. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, Michael. Hold on, wait a minute. I done lost my place. We got Larry in the house. It's just Larry. And nothing else. Just Larry. He say, what it do, home team? What's up with you, Larry? Got King Richie in the game. One of the usual suspects around here on the home team with Blakberry. What's going on with your King Richie? He in the house. We got Georgia, Texas boy in the building. Currently not of Georgia nor Texas. And that's all y'all motherfuckers need to know. He say, what's happening, Blakberry and Falcons family? The new era is here in Atlanta. Falcons will rise in 2025. Yes, sir. Ooh-wee. It's going down in the ATL, but y'all just don't even know. Y'all just don't even know. Y'all just don't even know. It's about to go down, boy. We got Xavier Littman in the house with the red and black. What's up with you, Xavier Littman? What's up with your homie? All right, so appreciate all the loyal compadres and compadres that have come through. Appreciate everybody that's gonna come through when they come through. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and hit that share button too, and share this to your X or your Facebook or your Instagram. You know, whatever your choice. I gladly appreciate that. Let's guide more eyes on the home team with Blakberry. Let's get some more eyes on this thing. All right. Right now in the NBA, we going into game 4 tonight of the NBA Finals. The Indiana Pacers up 2-1. Can Oklahoma City tie back up before they go back home? Give themselves, get it back even so they can gain the advantage when they go back home and possibly close it out when they return back to Indiana. Something else also going on today is the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open has started. Um, I keep up with golf here and there, but I'm learning today that Rory McIlroy has been having issues, and that a couple of no-name guys have been winning some of these tournaments. What's going on with Rory McIlroy, man? This dude, I remember this when Tiger had first came when Tiger first came back from the injury. I can't remember what it was. I think Tiger was it an Achilles for Tiger? I think Tiger had the Achilles tear. It was either an Achilles or ACL. But when Tiger came back and the PGA was doing they was trying their hardest to draw attention to the Tiger Woods story. And granted, a lot of people was focusing on Tiger. But that goddamn Rory McIlroy just wouldn't stop fucking losing. and it made it hard. It made it hard for PGA fans, for golf fans. It made it hard for them to really focus on the return of Tiger Woods because Rory was killing it, y'all. The dude was breaking records. The dude was winning on he was finishing courses fast with better scores than anybody in history. I'm talking about courses that hadn't had records broken on them since like the 60s or the 70s. That young fella was really doing the damn thing. But I'm reading today that he been struggling. And it kind of reminds me of what it's like to be on top of something and how hard it is to maintain that peak of success. Because they say it's lonely at the top, but they don't tell you that it's also humbling at the top. More so than it is anywhere else. That's why when I'm looking at the face of this league right now with the NBA, and I'm looking at the two teams currently in the finals, this cannot be the result of who the face of your league is going to be. It can't be. The NBA as a product, meaning anything with the NBA, with the National Basketball Association logo, slogans, anything with the NBA on it as a product, y'all, it's diminishing. It's faltering daily. It's faltering daily. And something I'm going to do some more homework on is I really want to see how the competing brands are doing. For jerseys, for shoes. I want to see how these competing brands that are associated with the NBA, I want to see how they're doing in other markets compared to the NBA. Because the basketball genre, the NBA doesn't have. They don't have anybody to compete with. They don't. The NFL, Under Armour would be Under Armour, Nike, Reebok, Jordan, competing within the NFL. there's a certain level of marketable stature that you can get to in the NBA. There's a ceiling. There's nothing in it for the NFL. For football, there is nothing. They got other football leagues within the states now. There's flag football leagues. There's the UFL now. And in case ain't nobody been paying attention, Canadian football, the CFL, has been getting some damn buzz. Canadian football is getting popular throughout the rest of the world because there's players like D. Alford coming from Canadian Football League and making it to the NFL and are making names for themselves. There's so many different lines of marketable relationships that come from football from within the NFL. The NBA don't have that. Do y'all know that? the NBA don't have it. It's a reason why the European leagues, it's a reason why European basketball, they keep themselves as isolated as possible from the NBA because they've always seen that there's a ceiling. You're only going to be able to get so much out of a player for your market to be marketable. You're only going to get but so much. Yeah, it can be a fire starter. It can be like an inferno. We've seen it with Magic. We've seen it with Jordan. We've seen it with Kobe. We've seen it with LeBron. We've seen it with Steph. But these are individual players. We're literally talking about faces of the league that you can probably still count on both hands in the NBA's history. In its history. You might need three hands. But look, we're talking about a very long time where they've used the exact same marketing tactics. And they find themselves getting to the end of an era. And if you ask me, they've just been lucky. I think the NBA has just been lucky. They've been lucky for there to be a Magic after a Julius Erving, a Jordan after a Magic, a Kobe after a Jordan, a LeBron after a Kobe, a Steph alongside with a very long tenured LeBron. and it's getting to that point to where now we don't really have a sure thing to be the face of the league, a for sure marketable face, a for sure marketable name to come behind LeBron James and be the face of the league. And I've heard this question be asked before. Is this another one of the key reasons why LeBron hasn't retired yet? Is because he knows that he's not leaving the NBA in good hands if he is to retire? I think that's a legit question. I do. I think that's a legit question. And why, like I said, LeBron James fans, nauseating as fuck. But I gotta acknowledge the work that LeBron has put in to keep the NBA relevant, to continue to build something from the NBA. We're getting too much right now in dialogue when it comes to the culture of the NBA, the identity of the NBA. It's a soft league now. They're not even really playing real basketball anymore. It's a catch and shoot game now. Catch and shoot. It's a jump shot game. It's it's a lot of controversy right now in what the league is putting out there for, as a product. You cannot allow for LeBron to retire, and there is no one. And the reason why you got to have a face that you can continue to use as a marketing piece, because that's how you've done it for all these years. You haven't built a different structure to market the league. You haven't done it. We go to other sports. We go to football, the NFL. The NFL has been all over the world planting seeds of other things to do with football. You got the flag football. You got lingerie football. The lingerie football league. But now you got the flag football that's being input into schools, where it's now going to be a national league. It's going to be a nationally funded league, flag football. And I'm thinking that sooner rather than later, it's going to be just as big as the arena football league was. Flag football is going to be just as popular as arena football league was. It was a time when arena football was actually gaining steam. It was gaining steam until people just got old. We got bored with it. But I think this flag football, I think it could go even further than the arena football went, mainly because of the female.
How the young ladies that are getting into the game, and how marketable they are. I mean, they playing it. They playing during timeouts or in the Super Bowl, or what that was that during a timeout? I think it was during a timeout they played for. Oh no, it was at what's it called? It was at the celebrity, the celebrity all-star. What is it called? What's it called? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Celebrity Pro Bowl, the Celebrity Pro Bowl game. You got the young ladies that's a part of the flag football league playing in the celebrity in the celebrity game. The football has made sure, the NFL, they've made sure to go out into the world, plant these seeds of other streams of marketable structures that would guide more attention to the NFL without there being a Tom Brady, without there being a Michael Vick, without there being a Brett Favre, without there being a Peyton Manning playing in the league. Now you do have Patrick Mahomes, but hey, the last time I checked, as soon as Patrick Mahomes lost, a lot of people don't even talk about him no more. But it's still such a profitable and marketable league. They don't need that. They don't need. And I think this, without doing so, I think they've done a unintentional experiment with the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. You don't need him to win. You don't need him to win. Well, such a marketable league, we can move on. We can move on from Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and flourish. Jalen Hurts is not a face of the league player. He's too quiet. He's too to himself. You don't hear about him, being out in the world, being a philanthropist, or being You don't hear about him, doing stuff out in the world. You just don't hear about it. He's not a marketable guy as far as for a league goes. I don't see Jalen Hurts in the insurance commercials. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seeing that. So the NBA got to figure something out. Let me see who done came through. Let me see who done came through. Got Anthony White up in here. What's up with you, Anthony White? He said, I think that's the biggest reason the Luka trade to LA went through. They need LA and New York to be good consistently again. Especially LA, Anthony White. Especially LA. Because you have LeBron James, the face of the league. You have him playing on a team. You have him playing on a team that is the most iconic team in NBA history. But yet, you still had to put an up and rising superstar like Luka Doncic. You had to put him with LeBron James on the Lakers to try to regain some footing in the growth of the league. Because we're still having the conversation, we're still having the soft conversations. Today's league compared to yesterday's league. Too soft. Nobody's playing real basketball anymore. Nobody's putting any thought into in-game strategies anymore. Nobody's attacking the rim like they used to. Nobody's playing defense like they used to. Whistles are being blown for the simplest things for one player, and for somebody else, the whistle's being swallowed. You can't play hard-nosed defense anymore without referees calling a foul or it's crazy. Guys can't get in each other's face anymore without a technical being called. So some guys get in each other's face and talk some shit. So what? You serving up text for everybody involved because somebody got in somebody else's face after they put their nuts on their head and posterize them. Back in the day, it didn't happen that often. I don't even think the taunting rule, I don't even think it was a big thing then. Hold on, y'all. What's happening? How you doing? All right. Hold on. My bad, home team out here on the block. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is out here on the block. But yeah, man, that's right, Anthony White. That's right. We got Millie Mills up in here. What's up with you, Millie Mills? You say they was trying to make it Ja until they found out he wanted to be a street nigga. So it made him pivot towards adding shot. And it was supposed to be, I believe that. I do think that it was supposed to be Ja. Ja gave them Allen Iverson vibes. He gave them AI vibes with a twist. He can dunk. Not saying Allen Iverson couldn't dunk, he just never did. He hard. If he did dunk, it was seldom. At least from what I remember. I think that's how I remember him dunking. Very seldomly if he did. Very seldomly. But he did. John Morant gave them Allen Iverson vibes. They thought that they could market the shit out that young boy. But y'all know how it is when you're a young, stupid ass nigga with the wrong people around you. You're gonna do stupid YN shit. Some might say he invented the damn term YN. Stupid. We got Michael up in here. What's up with you, Michael? Michael say that's why they want LeBron to raise up Luka. Yep. That is why. Xavier Lemon say you might be on to something, Blakberry. Don't forget OKC star is from Toronto. Uh-huh. And I wouldn't even think about that, Xavier Littman. I wouldn't even think about that, but please present the evidence to the courts. Please present the evidence to the courts. That boy from Canada. He played against the U.S. in the Olympics. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He from Canada. Come on now. Come on. The NBA got to get it together. They got to get it together. Because if the idea is for LeBron to bring up Luka, if that is the idea, he bringing up an international player, y'all. The international players are taking over the NBA. And before anybody, they always had international players. Yeah, I know that. We know about Pager and all them boys and Kukoc and all them. Duh. We know they've been in the league. And we know they've been big time. But they weren't no faces of the league. When Yao Ming came over from China, do you think the NBA thought that they would need to set it up for Yao Ming to be brought up by Kobe Bryant? Do you think it ever came across the desk of Jenny Buss' daddy, Mr. Buss? Do you think it ever came by his desk? Hey, we should team Yao Ming up with Kobe Bryant. He didn't need to. He fucking Kobe Bryant. He the Black Mamba. But here we are. 20-some years under LeBron James' reign, and we trying to figure out what to do. And Luka Doncic is possibly being molded to be the face of the league by LeBron James. They needed to be Anthony Edwards. They needed to be Anthony Edwards, y'all. Michael say NBA should have embraced the big three. Absolutely. But we know why they did. We know why they haven't. We know why the NBA hasn't. Do I need to say it?
It was one of us idea. It was one of us idea, which means one of us. If the NBA embraces it, if the NBA goes to Africa and Europe and South America, if they go around the world and advocate for the big three to have other minor leagues around the world, just like how Major League Baseball does, do you know that O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube, do you know that he will be one of the filthiest fucking richest black men to ever walk this planet? Because basketball is literally played all over the world. All over the world. I learned that as a little tyke when I watched The Era Up There with Kevin Bacon. Basketball played all over the world, bro. Cube would be so fucking rich. They wouldn't be able to tell him shit. They can't really tell him shit now. But they sure hell wouldn't be. They'll never give a black man that much power. Never. Not an American black man. That's for damn sure. Millie Mills said, what about Josh Allen? Not no face of the league. Hey, Christy. That's my homegirl. And one of the lady birds of Atlanta Falcon Nation, Christy Lewis. What's up with you, Christy? Appreciate you joining us. And I'm glad you're in here, Christy, because we about to start, too. We about to talk five. We about to talk about these five. Hold on, let me sign that paperwork. I got you. All right, appreciate it. Y'all know how it is out here on the block. I'm finna say y'all know how it is out here on the block, chat. About to start using all this damn streamer logo, streamer lingo. I was talking with my son and my niece, and they were laughing at me because I was messing around with them, telling them I was saying W this, L that, because I heard Casanat telling Kevin Hart, that's lingo now for the. I think he was just fucking with him, I don't know, but using terms like rees and don't rees me up and shit like that, and op and all that shit, like so. They was laughing at me because I was just using it in all kind of ridiculous ways. And I told them I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Boy, I swear my kids and my niece, boy. Yeah, Christy, I'm glad you in here because we about to talk these Falcons. We about to talk Falcon talk. We finna talk Falcon talk. Oh. Apparently the Stanley Cup's going on right now too, y'all. It's a lot going on in sports right now. Stanley Cup going on. I think that series tied up 2-2. I think one of the teams is the Panthers. But anybody into hockey? I just know Wayne Gretzky. That's all I know. And Mighty Ducks. Wayne Gretzky, Mighty Ducks. That's all I know. And I know the trophy is called the Stanley Cup. I know that much. But that's a thing that's going on now too. My son wants to play hockey. Don't ask me how. But we do live in McDonough, Georgia, and they do got some of everything down there as far as like AAU and community leagues and stuff like that for all different sports. It's a lot going on in McDonough and Locust Road and Jackson. So, you They probably had some hockey players come up to his school for career day or some shit like that. I don't know. But he want to play hockey. So I'm probably going to be buying fucking ice skates real soon. But let's get to talking about these. Let's get to talking about these birds. These Falcons. Let's talk about these Falcons. Let me get some red and black in the chat. If you watched the Rex Pit last night, let me get some red and black in the chat. If you watched the Rex Pit last night on the home team with Blakberry, that's Blakberry, no C, just a K by the way. Let me know if you watched the Rex Pit last night. Put that red and black in that chat. Yeah. Close the door real quick. No, I just said, I ain't dropping no link today, man. Not today. Y'all got to be on Tuesday for that link to use on fans' feet. I'm just talking shit today. Y'all just got to hear me run my goddamn mouth. Last night, we talked about expectations for these rookies. We looked over some film, looked at some highlights. And I like to think I gave everybody a real good, clear picture of what we're getting out of this young talent that we acquired. Y'all bear with me. Gotta close these doors. That's how y'all bear with me. Y'all know how it is. We on the block. Y'all know how it is. But I think I did a decent job giving everybody a clear picture of what some of these young guys can bring to the table as far as their abilities, the skill sets, their intelligence for the game. And the impact that they can provide for winning results. Now I want to be clear about what some of these veteran guys, what we could expect from them, what we should expect, in my opinion. All right. Let me tell you what we should expect. I must have a lot of NBA fans in the room. A lot of people done fell off, I see. So, Billy Bowman Jr., Xavier Watts, James Pierce Jr., Jalen Walker, Kobe Bryant, Nick Nash, Simon, the tight end, Simon, can't think of it first, right? But the tight end, Simon. There's a lot those young men can provide that can benefit us in getting some winning results. More so the Billy Bowmans and the JPJs and the Jalen Walkers and Xavier Watsons of the bunch. But it's about what we expect. And that's the conversation we had last night. Yeah, Joshua Simon. There you go, Judge Texas. What? It's about what we expect. But it's about analyzing their skills, their talents. It's about doing that, recognizing that they're still young talent. They're still very wet behind the ears. They're still rookies. They're still boys coming into a man's game. So you still need your veteran leadership. You still need your veteran examples to live up to some expectations. Number one on my list is AJ Terrell. It's not Jesse Bates. It's not Mike Hughes. It's not Jake Matthews. It's not Lindstrom or McGarry. Number one on my list is AJ Terrell. And I'm going to tell you why. For most of his tenure in Atlanta, AJ's been a quiet, lead by example type leader. Not going to be very vocal as far as a leadership role goes, but very vocal but very vocal when he makes a nice play, when he makes a big play. Kind of has that untapped leadership potential that you want out of him. It's kind of untapped. We need for AJ Terrell to tap into something different. We need him to tap into something a little bit more aggressive, something a little bit more stand out, and much more vocal. Because a player the caliber of AJ Terrell, if he can be a vocal leader to this team, he's already looked at as one of the best corners in the league. We want him to be, put up there a little bit higher with as far as the best goes. I do think he deserves to get even more recognition. I think he does deserve even more recognition than what he gets. But he's still respected in this league for the most part. Maybe that's not just what this team needs, but maybe that's what AJ needs. Maybe that's what he needs to get to that next level in his career. We saw him get a couple picks last year. Well, I think one of them, he was out of bounds when he caught it. But we see him catching the ball now. We see him going for the ball and catching it now. Maybe getting that vocal aspect of playing football, being a vocal leader, maybe that's the key to unlocking whatever untapped potential AJ still has, to take him to that next level and to take other players around him to that next level too. Because leaders, they bring out leader abilities in other players as well.
they bring out the best in other players as well. As we were just talking, LeBron James, that's what leaders do. They bring out the best in everybody around them. So maybe that's what AJ needs to unlock the next stage of his career, and for us to get to the next level as a team. Number one on my list is AJ Career. I'm expecting him to take on more of a leadership role. That's what I'm expecting from him. Somebody that's talked about being a more vocal leader is Bijan Robinson. And the first thing I thought about with Bijan, like, Bijan, he's one of those run-on sentences guys. He's going to talk. He's going to say a lot of words. A lot of his sentences are going to run on into each other. Because he's doing a lot of talking while trying to think about what to say at the same time. You can tell that about him. Got a good heart. From the outside looking in, got a good heart. Got a good head on his shoulders. Man of faith. But when he putting the sentence together, a sentence, he tends to put other sentences in with it. So hearing him say he wants to be a more vocal leader, because he says usually he's more quiet on the field. He's quiet at times. So he wants to be a more vocal leader, not just a leader by example. Bijan talking trash is a scary thing. Bijan getting other players hyped up is a scary thing. Because like Michael Penix said, he reminds you of that kid in the Little League that was just the best player on the field, and just every time he touched the ball, he taking it to the house. He said he reminds him of that in the NFL. If you get a trash talker and somebody that can motivate the team vocally along with that, that's a scary thing. That's enough to give you the edge against an opposing team. That's enough to give you the edge against another team, to take them enough out of their game where they do shit like commit stupid penalties, like jumping or personal fouls, shit like that. That's enough to get that little edge in a game where you make the other team shoot themselves in the foot. If you got a trash talker that's also going to shake you out your cleats, run you over, embarrass you, give you the crisscross applesauce, that's enough to take another team off their game. That'll take another team off their game. But I also want to see more more leadership out of Drake London, because you showed us you can hype yourself up. You hype yourself up. You enough. We know. You enough. You hype yourself up. We done seen that. Drake London. You must be kicking it with Flipper T in them. We know you can hype yourself up. But what about the rest of your team? What about your teammates? What about them? We don't just want you to show us intensity for yourself. Show us intensity for the rest of your teammates, for the rest of the team. Get that secondary unit hyped up to shut down an opposing receiver from the sideline. When you over there on that sideline, be the leaders of this team that make that slight difference that you can take another team off their game.
simply just by showing that, damn, they got some leaders over there, man. They talking trash. They getting they teammates hyped up. They holding each other accountable. That's what I want to see more of out of Drake London. We know you can take your helmet off, smash it on the turf. We know you can do all that. I want to see controlled chaos out of Drake London. I want to see controlled chaos. Because I think we're going to get that on the defensive side of the ball through his counter opposite, James Pierce Jr. Controlled chaos. But he going to do it more in a his play on the field way. Not necessarily being a vocal leader. He's a rookie. I ain't looking for him to be a vocal leader. But Jalen Walker, even though he's a rook, and we talked about him last night, and we're talking about expectations from veteran guys, they say you're a vocal player. That's what they saying. They're saying he's a vocal leader. They're saying you see it in him. You see it in him even right now during OTAs and mandatory minicamp. How much of a vocal player he is for his teammates. Don't let us down. Don't struggle a little bit and then get quiet. No. We need to see that same confidence even in some despair. Even in some woes, going through some woes. We need to see that same confidence, that same vocal leadership. Work yourself out of whatever funk you might get in. Get yourself better, and at the same time still being a leader a vocal leader on that team. That's why I think it is important that a guy like David Onyemata is still on this team. While this is only his third stint with the Falcons, and he is coming from an opposing rival team, and he's no longer going to have Grady Jarrett next to him, David Onyemata might just have to be the leader of that defense. He not only needs to lead by example, but David Onyemata needs to be the vocal leader, and he needs to lead by example. David Onyemata needs to have his best season he's ever had because he has young talent that's looking at him to be that example of how you can come from another place pull your bootstraps up. Redefine yourself as a player. And go out there and make that damn money. Because David Onyemata, depending on how he plays, he may still be an Atlanta Falcon in 2026. Depending on how he plays. If he can be the best version of David Onyemata yet, he may just still be an Atlanta Falcon in 2026. They just may give him what I would call an honorary contract. Meaning, yeah, we're not going to make you the highest paid, of course, but all willing to give you slightly above average because you earned that. The honorary contract. If he balls the fuck out. If he balls the fuck out. All right. I don't think I had anybody sitting in the back. If I did, they probably, if it was Will, he would have sent me a message. So, hold on, wait a minute. I got a missed call. Hold on. Shit, my audio probably been all fucked up. Hold on.
My audio fuck up. With the phone on silent. Type shit. Had to say that. Had to say type shit. Had to say type. L type shit. Well, man, that shit sound like some goofy ass shit. I'm gonna get down this damn creator lingo. I'm gonna get that shit down. My kids, boy, I really ain't trying to get it. I'm trying to embarrass my kids. Because every time they hear me say it, they cringe. They just cringe. Millie Mills say that's a big if though. What's a big if, Millie Mills? What's a big if? What's a big if? What you mean? Ooh, well, I'm glad that AC blow back there because that fan is not blowing up here. It is not. I got to get up under there and see what's going on. What you mean by that, Millie Mills? That's a big if though. What's up with you, Southside? The mysterious one. What's up with you? Jonte Rose just say think he's referring to David on your model. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it is big. It is a big if. But notice I said be the best version of himself. I don't have the most tackles. I don't need him to have the most sacks. I don't need him to have I don't need him to be amongst the league leaders or nothing like that. If he can be the best version of himself, that will be enough for him, for the rest of the players on the defense to look at him as the leader of this defense because of his tenure, because of his experience. If they see him being the best version of himself at this stage of the game for him, that motivates everybody else to continue to get better. That is because he is the longest. I think maybe Contavious Street and him. They're probably the most tenured guys on the roster right now, on the defensive side of the ball. If you can get, if you can see a David Onyemata being the best version of himself, it's gonna make you want to continue to evolve yourself, to evolve your game as a young player, or as a player that's not as seasoned as David Onyemata. It'll make you want to get better. It'll make you want to be better. Because here he is at this stage of his career, still getting better, still holding himself to a higher standard. It goes a long way. It goes a way helping another teammate develop into the best version of themselves. Because whether a senior or tenured, I'm not say You're old. It's expected of a veteran player. So that's what I'm looking. Put out there on the field. He's to be that field, holding the young guys accountable, holding each other accountable. Other. You know, they need to have them to get this team to the next level. Let's keep the ball. The team gets up with the offense and this is a Super Bowl contending football team. And I mean that. Dante said, I'm breaking up. Oh, shit. All right. So, look. If y'all can hear me, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this thing on up. I'm about to play the outro video. It's going to be the promo for you to see how you can get into this raffle so that you can win you some free stuff, have your chance to win some free stuff. It's exclusive merch from your boy Blakberry, man. It's something I'm doing for y'all, man, for being loyal compadres and compadres. This is my way of giving back to y'all the best way that I can. So, appreciate you for joining us on another edition of Let's Be Clear. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Do me a favor and share this stream to your Facebook or something. I appreciate everybody that come through and show love, man. Y'all make sure y'all make it do what it do and catch us on the flip side. Home team.
Home team. What's happening, home team? It's your boy Blakberry Rex coming to let you know about the summer giveaway that we're having with the home team with Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C. It's the K. If you want to be a part of this giveaway, have a chance to win some free stuff, you got to go to Instagram and subscribe to Blakberry Rex on Instagram and enter the raffle for your chance to win.